This is still not going to be a great chance, to be honest, but...
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
At least this is a slightly better chance, 58, when it was less than 50% before, but I just feel that it's gonna fail again. It succeeded, goddamn, yes! Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. Are you sure? She looks skeptical. Don't think I have seen charlatans before. I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. She shudders. I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a little bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but... ... Hey, now. Hey, you need to boost the focus, alright? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes. Yeah, I'll do it. I admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. How do you know all this? Here we go. Did I used to live in the Shadowy Isles, or what would be my thing? I don't think the Seminese blood really fits my me very well. I used to live on the Shadowy Isles. The wild wise men taught me their rituals. Oh my, I should have known! You do have that wild man look. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I'm not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us, keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. Just ask my partner Kim, he'll vouch for me. The lieutenant has not been listening close enough. He mumbles in minor confusion. You put him on the spot. Certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in a particular field. She shuffles nervously. If you promise, good officer, then, she pauses, you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? A hand on your heart, on my honor. Yay. Thank you, sir. A timid sigh of relief followed by a cautious smile. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity. Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire. Of course. The entity. Close your eyes. For I have sensed its presence. You have? She gasps. The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney? Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course. Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Yay, key to bookstore, thingy, backdoor. Some unnatural magic, I assume. She shivers. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the water door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked around. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there. Unbelievable darkness and ruin. Yay. What you discover? Probably just office space and the damn rich. Don't be scared. It's the which one do we trust? Our inland empire or the logicality? Farewell for now, Book Peddler. Yay! We gained the key. Woohoo! Finally! A slight bit of work. Did need put a point in the trauma, which I, generally speaking, would never do otherwise, but hey. Maybe it's not from here then. I thought that maybe it could be from here because it would make more sense that I could enter from this direction, but I don't know. Is there a door elsewhere in here? Probably not. So maybe then I just need to use that. Ah, it looks like she's on the rooftop. Someone was on the rooftop at the very least. I don't think I've been into the rooftop of this full place though. Or that place. Need to do something behind Lieutenant Kitsuraki's back? Sneak out! Well, possibly. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little simony swords, your shadow looming over it like an omen. A small terrible "oh" escapes from Plysin as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Oh. Oh, indeed. I would like to be able to close that. Let's equip our torch, as in light source, so we can see a little bit more mayhaps. What's this stuff? Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely undercuminous portrait of a man under genius. Merely looking at the unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Oh, does it now? Oh, I'm sorry. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds of Semini's trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. I don't need to break the door. Unlock the door with the key. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. Shivers. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you. That's the back of your neck. What is this feeling? Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand, somewhere inside a spider spinning its web. Spider? But that's a description of this place, of course, because she's definitely holding her necklace. Open the door and enter. Let's try to find this goddamn fridge. Right, looks pretty silent thus far. Sand is dripping from the punch bag. What is it?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure.
No, it's a gym,
He disagrees.
though it looks like no one has been here in ages. I hope the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Indeed. An eerie feeling rises in your chest. What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. ...
No need to look for
supernatural explanation where a penal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Yes, let us move on. What's this now? Yay. Ball. Hey! I needed the ball shape thingy for the old people that I got their ball away. This looks similar. A ball used for playing shot put. You feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. To sell this beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin. Maybe they could use it. The poster says Circus Fortress, the rest is worn off. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. A barbell lies on the floor. The collar has worn off its fade plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these fades. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Thank you, Whistle Conkles, for noticing that. I see they're not being held very well. Why does it feel so familiar? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Notice the collars. Wow, plus 1 from that, but my physical instrument is goddamn 0. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. You're right. The fates may fall off. Better not touch it then. What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. It would be a violation of EP's safety regulation if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore. Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter? Probably no. No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory. A memory from another life when you were young and fit. Long, long freaking time ago then, eh? This isn't exactly the basement though, where the fridge was supposed to be at. The hallway is blocked by old window panels and debris. I wonder without this lamp how well we would see. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. Sad times. A large demotional full of strange liquid. Strange. A dark location though. All sort of crap here. Airship rotos covered in spider webs. They remind you of plates. Interesting location, however, indeed. A naked mannequin torso, strangely yellow color. Yay, money. My reals. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. More cash. That's can't stop getting cash. Printed on the lamp is the skis. I couldn't really read that well. I hope I got that cash. At least I have 30 reals, so I think I did, but I couldn't really read that then. Steel rotor plates bearing a slipstream logo. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. I don't get it though. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. But the question is, which did they start with and which they pivoted to? That's a good question. What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. Reality is ruthless. Reality is ruthless for a certainty. Would be nice if I saw better the designs, but... Production schedule filament memory. What is that? Just an item. The cube-like crisscross of filaments feel oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads, Production schedule. Note, the filament contains information that can be read during a radio computer. During a radio computer? Alright. Otherwise, don't see anything more, at least in here right now. This is gonna be a long way to get into a goddamn bridge, though. What the heck is this stuff? Project Dreadboard, but that looks like an elf drawing in there, with a sword and all. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. Inspect the drawings. These light pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins cast in wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? Maybe. One of the welkins towering among the rest appears to be different, however. Examine the welkin, this is important. It's Varahamira, a high welkin. His face white and scarred like a cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. And the Haldur, the Dwarg, the humans, even the Headless Man, all of them purge. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all. The lieutenant can't help but comment, an inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. One of them is a Welkin supremacist. I don't know if I want to say that. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. One of them is a Welkin supremacist, though. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair, yeah? Who are these creatures? Who shoot them? Are they real? I have so many questions. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins, though. Just look at those details. So much effort. Yeah, looks good. Does look good. And for what? All gone. Inspect the photos. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from the shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm, animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Viral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting into the universe. Inspect the schedule then. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimum, and GPI span the market-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss. An abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain. Keep reading what happened. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, looks like they didn't make it. Aww. Yep. A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the production schedule filament for details. Inspect the notes. The handwriting is only partially legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Viral Untethered, and Heat Dead of the Universe. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom, snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore window. It's unwise. So a lot of people like to avoid this location. I tried to click on this. Mainframe. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped hard and wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer. A radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine. Just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious. But we are looking for a fridge and we're pressed on time, so... I know. On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abundant radio computers. Do you think I should turn it on? Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. He looks over his shoulders. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer. Goddamn, turn on the off machine. I'm too interested. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing viscerant play and print keys on the keyboard. I like the music too. This going on. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. Look inside the compartment. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. I think I will do that soon. Interfacing at least easy. Press print. Nothing happens. Yep. Nothing happens unless I insert this. Insert the production schedule. Yay! Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Press play again. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar and magnetic driver. Have you steered the coast of a doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up an abundant hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air. East Insulitrian Repeater Station. Good morning, Fortress Accident on road designed Lane. This is East Insulitrian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this a production schedule? Interesting. Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered to. Do you have any other information about this company? Interesting. One moment. You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive calling radio games. That's what the catalog says. That's not bad. And what's that, this interactive calling radio game? The static drowns her response. Any other questions? You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. What's the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Ah, right, thanks for the explanation. That was a question. Have you inserted into the core? I don't know. The old lady sighed as a wave of static distorts her voice to a robotic sprawl. If you're unsure, could you please take a look? How do I do that? Open the hatch on the compartment, don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There's a filament inside. I need to know what it's called. It's called the production schedule. Good. Please repeat the password. Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. You should ask her for a hint. A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? No. This is the police. Could you please open this thing? The voice recites, I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we're not doing that unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password? The voice in the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damn bear. I don't know the password. Received. I will register this login attempt. Received. I will register this login attempt. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. I hope so. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? What are you? A machine or are you alive? Yes, I'm alive. I'm 74-year-old and my name is Yvonne. The lieutenant whispers into your ear.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
That you're all paranoid, I'm just gonna tell them. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am? I work as a repeater at the East Facility and a repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, some static. Then I am sitting in a cubicle surrounded by a wall of radios. Didn't quite catch all that. On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely sitting there all by herself? Doesn't it get lonely doing this job? Lonely? For the first time you hear her chuckle through the rustle of static. Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day. I guess that's true. That's why she does this. Now please tell me, is there anything else I can do you, Fortress Accident? That's all for now. Thank you. Thank you and goodbye. The old lady's voice disappeared along with the static. But okay, let's just leave it for now. We'll need to try to find the password at some point or another. Scribbled across the notebook, developers on the most advanced RPG in the universe. What's this then? This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram of summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric. And the full thing resembles sketch from mosaic tiles, very Byzantic. Hold on, how the heck do I know that what Getrian mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? And my question. History class. Students with their textbook open studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarella blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. What am I looking at exactly? Radio frequency, it seems UKV 123.6, UK 123.7, and then 0.9. Some written notes too, sparse and cryptic. Radio frequencies for what? Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. So we're dealing with something medical here. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says this one can listen in on any station it wants. Wait, who's the Game Master? Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency, if it's a game then who's playing. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. Is this itself a game? I don't know. All of it is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off, eh?
My God.
The lieutenant leans closer, his fingers tracking the maddening rhizome.
It is as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule.
He nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean.
I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else? Squinted lines. Nothing, it's just lines of marble, an echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. How sad. What is this then?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Very good question. Yeah, no, not the case. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. I don't know. This seems too simple, and this, no. No, that's not it. I think the lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Other madnessy things as a compliment. How were they planning to do that? Through calling stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game's master frequency that listen in on the smaller calling stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts. His fascination has swept aside utter concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Well, that's fun. Has anyone ever done this before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Krat, Messina, Königstein, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an solitary game before. We just don't have the technology. And this was a role-playing game. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway, he points to the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Viral board game, with heat death thrown in. Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished. But here it lies in the dust. What do you think happened to the company? No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Yeah, wow. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but the lieutenant tilts his head, thinking, Curse, yep, totally. That could be cool if we could finish it. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. A half smile breaks out on his face. It is too late for that, I'm afraid, he says, looking around the derelict room. The pipers howl and the rat crosses the floor. Okay, he concludes. Let's keep moving. Ah, I want to be able to complete it, though. It would sound like a lot of fun to be able to complete it. We've got to the basement, I guess, at least finally. Hey. Well, I guess I'll end the episode here, because I don't know how much space I have on my computer to still record more. And it's been a lot of fun. I just kinda would wish that we would have been able to find the fridge, but there's so much to explore in this goddamn place. And then I need to talk to the people in the cafeteria at some point, to that one person, get the freaking corpse here. So goddamn much to do, I'd say. So goddamn much. At least getting some more experience. I'm so bad with trauma though. I definitely do not detect lies almost at all. I suck so badly. At least Wasteland of Reality is coming up slow but surely. Just 9 more hours to go. But okay, thank you for watching some more Disco Elysium, and we shall continue next time exploring this basement, and hopefully we can actually get the goddamn body here. Into the freezer. So, well actually that is kind of a freezer. Right there. But anyways, we'll look into it next time. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later for more. So thank you, bye bye. To be continued with Kira Rusha next time in Disco Elysium. See you all then.